What is going on, everybody? How we doing today? As usual, hope we're all doing all right. I'm hey, I'm doing all right too. I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can. That's how I'm doing. All right. That's how we're all doing. My dog's getting on my nerves because like he can't just fucking breathe normal. It's so weird. Like he can't just be like that. Like he's not like whining or anything like that. I'm not like nervous that like something's wrong with him. It's almost like he's bored and he's trying to be passive aggressive about it or something like that, you know? He's like he's almost like that. And I don't know, I think maybe he understood me for a second because he got up and he walked out. All right? But either way, all right. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little uptight. People people really underestimate the absolute hell it is to have teeny tiny little things like that happening. You know, you come home and like somebody cooked like fucking some kind of fucking fish. Like what's that fish they eat in Sweden that like as soon as you open the can, it smells like somebody took a massive shit on like your kitchen table. Like that kind of fish. I forget what it's called, but um when like somebody cooks some shit and you just smell it in your room like 20 feet away and you can't get rid of the smell like people are not cognizant of stuff like that, and they don't realize like why they're all uptight all the time, why they're just constantly like ready to fucking blow, you know. Excuse me. And that's kind of one of those things. Like he was doing it for like 5 to 10 minutes, and it's like, what am I gonna do? Like have a conversation with my dog? Be like, yo, dude, that's annoying. Fucking, he could give a shit. He could give a shit. Stroming or Stroming, whatever it is, says JC. By the way, what's going on? I remember that from iDubbbz unboxing. Yeah, I don't really remember too. I remember watching the iDubbbz unboxing videos, the bad unboxing videos, and then fucking like like I don't remember anything specific from them other than Coyote Piss for some reason. He got Coyote Piss once, and that's about all I remember from the iDubbbz bad unboxings. It's kind of funny. Like I've been looking around at the world, and I've kind of like I've been coming to terms with the fleeting nature of everything, you know. There's very few things that remain culturally relevant, and iDubbbz was one of the biggest YouTubers of an era, potentially even one of the biggest YouTubers of all time, if we're being honest here, at least in terms of sort of his cultural relevance on YouTube. But can anyone name one video other than like maybe the Content Cops that were like that like big of a deal? You know, maybe his collabs with Filthy Frank and what's his face, Max Mofo, and anything for views, right? Maybe that, right? But like bad unboxing, his food review series, like I don't think anyone gives a fuck about those nowadays. I don't there's no rewatchability. There's no like it's not like a movie where it's like, oh hey, fucking it's been a few years since I watched Apocalypse Now. Why don't I watch it again? Why don't I do another watch through, you know? It's not like that, you know. And it's just it's funny. YouTube as a medium is really cool. It's really fun, but like there's very few things that are relevant or even worth watching again after a while, you know. It's just funny. Like things will explode onto the scene and then they'll just be gone, and like nobody will remember them, you know. I'm trying to remember them myself. Uh, I'm good, man. Just hustling. The Coyote Piss was classic. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, fucking dude. This is just a chill. This is a chill stream. We're just chilling right now. The reason why being that I've been too busy. I've been too stressed. I've been too everything to like really put a ton of effort into stuff, and I don't want to just give you guys half baked ideas and like shit like that. We might play some AOE or maybe some Postal, but other than that, we're just hanging out. We'll see where the night takes us. But There was something that I wanted to there was oh fuck there was something that I wanted to talk about. And I completely forget what it is. And I swear it's something that I saw on Twitter earlier. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna check Twitter to see if I can find that thing. Um, um, One moment. Sorry, I'm just trying to. Oh no, I think I remember where it's at. I think I remember where it's at. I think I remember where it is at. Just give me one moment, please. What the fuck was that? Who just dude, I have way too many notifications on my phone. I have like 5 different email addresses for like 10 different things, you know, and I'm just constantly getting emails. I gotta figure that shit out. Oh, I gotta get to my drafts. That's what it is. Silly me. Silly me. I gotta go to my drafts is I'm pretty sure where I saw it. I have a million drafts as well. Um mm, Actually, nah. I might make a video on that. I might make a video on that when I have the time to make videos again. But um yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough for me lately. It's been a little bit weird. I just have too much on my plate, and because of that, like I'm mostly doing this right now because I don't want to fall out of the pattern. Because if I fall out of the pattern, then I will have a hard time picking the pattern back up. And because of that, I am kind of here right now without a plan, thinking like, oh, what should I talk about? You know, these chill streams are typically meant to be a way for people to kind of bounce off of me and for me to bounce off of people. You know, and because really that's what I enjoy about these things. I enjoy these things, but I've just my and I talked a little bit about this in the last stream, and the reason why I keep talking about it is because I want to make it into a lesson for anybody who needs that fucking help, is to watch who you allow into your life and like what you agree to when it comes to your life, because you might find that just someday inexplicably you are doing everybody else's work for them on literally fucking everything all the time, simply because you're a nice enough guy to say, yeah, sure, I'll help you out. Yeah, sure, I'll help you out, you know? And that's literally the situation that I'm in right now, is like everybody in my life is just trying to pawn their work off onto me, and they're putting me in situations where I have to dig myself out of a hole they dug in the first place. And because of that, I'm at a point where like I can't even fucking take it anymore. I've just been on meltdown mode for the last like couple of days, where I'm just like, oh, fuck. I just feel out of it. You know, I feel out of it. Brain fog, constantly fuzzy, like just fuzzy feeling inside my head. And I don't want anyone to be the way that I am now. And that's why I talk about it. It's not that I'm venting. Venting won't really help out. I mean, you know, I'm venting a little bit, but venting isn't going to help me, right? I'm in the process of trying to take my life back right now and get some things figured out. But um excuse me. Overall, like I don't want anyone who watches me, right? I know there's like a couple of dudes that I used to coach that are aware of my channel, and if they just happen to be watching right now, for one thing, I feel like they would chime in if they were, which I told them not to do and use their names and shit like that. But if they happen to chime in at this point, it's like, you know, like, hey, be very careful, be very fucking careful with that shit, you know. All the season 3 contestants' streaming careers are already dead. Binks can't get 30 views. Mizzy can't get 20 views. Wonder why it didn't stick like the season 1 and 2 contestants. I mean, I really don't know, because like truth be told, when it comes down to it, I have no ill will towards any of them. I still want to stream with Binks, you know. There's so many things I got to do. I still got to interview that hypnotist, fucking Eli, right? Um, I also asked Kaylee if she would be down for an interview, and I haven't put any work into any of those because, like I said, my life is just too fucking like taken up by other things for other people, you know. Um, but like, um, bottom line, right? Bottom line. I don't have any ill will towards the season three fish or anything like that, but as a cast, I think they were kind of a weak cast. It was kind of a situation where they just weren't that fun to watch compared to seasons one and two. They were fucking normies, is what they were. They were normies, right? Um, and like they figured out what Fish Tank was, and they were pretty cool about it. They were pretty like, they rolled with the punches, specifically like Binks and Mizzy and some of the other people. But overall, like they it's like when Elon Musk figured out what a meme was. It's like when Elon Musk first heard about Harambe or Kekistan. Elon Musk heard about Kekistan for the first time in 2021, and now he's frog posting and shit like that. Like it's quite literally like that type of shit, where it's like, oh, you guys, like, the joke was kind of on you and you rolled with the punches, good for you, respect for that, thanks for taking it in stride, but now you're trying to be like, haha, we're in on the joke now, and it's like, it's not really how it works, if we're being honest here. um it is what it is. It is what it is. And I think that the novelty wore off. In addition to that, I think it also probably wore off because of the direction season three took. So out like excuse me, in like a lion, out like a lamb is kind of how season three was, and because of that, I think maybe people were just like, whatever. By the time season three was over, and they wanted to see how these people would adjust after the tank, but when they figured out how they would adjust, they were just like, oh yeah, so Mizzy's just Mizzy, okay, all right, whatever, bro. Oh, okay, Binks is, yeah, Binks, all right, cool, whatever, bro. You know, it's not like I'm pulling in tons of views or anything like that either. Like, I'm not trying to sit here from a standpoint of like looking down from my ivory tower. Um, my e-boy career is faltering. My e-boy career ain't what it used to be. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Streaming is not like streaming is not a career. I don't think fucking what's his face? Hassan does not have a career. He doesn't have a job. He just got lucky. Most streamers are like that too. Me, like, even if I was to get big as a streamer, I wouldn't be like, oh, good, I'm gonna be Mr. Big Streamer. I'd be like, oh, good, I can quit my job and like do this shit while I set up my MMA gym that's gonna be my real job. Being a business owner was always the goal for me. Owning a business, specifically an MMA gym, and who knows what else? Maybe a fight promotion, but that'd be a long shot. But if I had the time, the energy, and the money, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. Um, that was always the plan for me, no matter what. Whether I made it big to the UFC, I would just parlay that into owning a gym, kind of like how Joe Lozon did. Joe Lozon didn't open his own gym though. He trained at a gym called Reality Fighting or something like that, or like Reality Martial Arts. And then when he made it to the UFC, he bought into that gym and they renamed it Lozon's. Little lore for you, little deep lore for you. Um, I think it was like Reality Self Defense or something. But regardless, um, like that was originally the plan. Then eventually I was like, okay, well, whatever. I'll just fucking open a gym. Who cares? I don't need a big UFC career. I don't need to be the next Conor McGregor. I don't need to be the next Ronda Rousey, dude. I could just open a gym myself, bro. And yeah, fucking, if tomorrow I woke up and I had a trillion subscribers and people were giving me $20 every second on my streams, I'd, like, the plan wouldn't change, because this whole internet thing is fickle and it's fleeting. It's very fleeting. What's his face? Medicare, Medicare. He's the guy that I heard this from. When it comes to the internet, you have a window of like 3 to 5 years to make money once you get online. And I don't mean like online, like, oh boy, I'm on the internet. I mean literally like Like once you're plugged into the money, you have a window of like 3 to 5 years where you got to make as much as you can because eventually people are gonna stop giving a fuck about you. You know, imagine like I know Sargon still does videos, right? But um, imagine if Sargon never opened up his own little thing with the Lotus Eaters. Imagine if he never branched out. Imagine if he was still just the um picture of a Sargon of Akkad bust on a white background or whatever the hell it used to be, and talking into a microphone and shit like that. Like that'd be terrible, you know. Or you know, more apt description, what if he was still doing like SJW response videos? That would be horrid. That would be horrid. He would not have any viewership, you know. And it's not because it's not like everything works in trends and things like that. They say there's cycles. I tend to think that that's true. I mean, it is true. You know, you can either call it a cycle or a pendulum or whatever you want to call it. But when the pendulum swings back or when the cycle completes and it's back around to you, it's not going to be the same exact thing as it was before. You know, we're kind of entering back into a more like conservative or just like free speech or whatever you want to call it sort of era of the internet. Um, and it's not like we're going back to anti SJW videos. It's not like we're going back to Armored Skeptic owns the libs. It's not like we're going back to that. Where you know, it's we got different shit now. There's different shit going on with different people. Excuse me, man. But anyway, there's no luck in streaming. It's a skill. Yeah, yeah. You know, fucking there's really it's a little bit of both, you know. And it's not just a skill, but it's how willing you are to debase yourself. It's really how willing you are to debase yourself a lot of the time, you know. Like I show speed, like he seems like he's an alright guy to be around. He seems like he might be like a cool guy to like just hang out with and shit like that, you know. But like there's a certain amount of debasing himself that he has to do on his streams, you know, because if he doesn't, then he's gonna you know, he's not gonna get the viewership he gets. I saw it today. He did fucking kung fu. I don't know if this was like recent or not. I saw something on Twitter. It was a clip of him doing kung fu, and he was getting boards broken across his arm and his back and shit like that. And it's like he's getting it broken across his back, and he's obviously playing it up hard. He's like tongue sticking out, like like that, making a weird face, and it's like, oh, so fucking yeah, like I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You know. Um, but yeah. Uh, if Joe ever sees Woody, he will snap him in half after the scams Woody did. What do you mean, Joe? I'll be honest with you, Snurf. Like I said, I'm fucking my mind is fried right now. My brain is fucking fried right now. It's just you know, that's just how I am. But I'm having a hard time thinking about who Joe is and what Woody did. I don't know what Woody did. What did Woody do? I would assume you mean Woody from PKA. You know, JC says you can be the new Conor McGregor, Sargon of Akkad. Scott, I'm gonna be Conor of Akkad, or would I be Sargon of McGregor? Dude, no, it would be Sargon of McGregor. That's exactly what it would be. Um, Yo, brother, como andamos esta noche? I don't know what andamos means. Fucking, I'm sure I do know what it means. I'm just having a hard time remembering what it means. But you know, I understood basically the rest of that sentence, Guero. Um, I watched the Kung Fu thing live. It was so funny. Yeah, like that's yeah, like it's funny, but part of the funniness is the fact that he's like being made a fool of, you know. And yeah, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Um, we go. Oh, so yeah, it was. How's it going tonight? Then is what he said. You know, I had a feeling it was something along those lines, but I didn't want to say the wrong thing and look like a fool. Look look like a fool. who gifted me a membership, asks Hi Ecuador. You gifted yourself a membership, sir. You gifted yourself a membership. Um, I swear I was gonna mention this. It's crazy you did. If you reviewed his training, it might get hella views. I mean, I wasn't planning on that, but I guess maybe I could do that. Fuck it. I'll see about that real quick. Fuck. Yo, speed. Kung Fu. Fucking damn that shit's an hour long. Fuck. I don't know if I want to sit here for a whole hour. I was hoping there might be some kind of a maybe a like clips of it. Um I'm just gonna keep on scrolling here. Just wanna see. Just wanna see here. See, there's shorts, but it's like a lot of them seem like the same shorts. Maybe that's just the maybe that's just the good parts that people have already cut, you know. Either way though, either way. Whatever. I'll click on the hour long one, but oh, it's oh, okay. All right. So they were kind enough to put it into cut it into chapters. Uh hold up. Yo, this is fucking insane, bro. Holy shit. What is with his head? Like I don't really pay that close attention to someone like I Show Speed, so I don't know. Is this really how his head is shaped? Or is this just a bald cap and this is where his hair is? I'm not really too sure what the hell's going on here, but there's something about this that is just fucking insane. That is crazy. All right, so we have what's called the first trial here. We'll go ahead. We'll click on that, and holy fuck, dude! I Show Speed is a gray alien, dude. Holy fuck.
Okay.
What's
Hey,
going
brother.
on, Richie?
Okay. Let's go. I got accepted. I got accepted, baby. Come on. Oh my God, I was nervous, but I got accepted. Oh my God. So this is my gear? Which one? Which one do I put on? Yo, bro, can you help me? Me and you are brothers. Me and you brothers. Master Shifu said we are brothers. I'm scared, chat. Thank you, brother. Shishin. Chat, do we look good, chat? Yes or no? Ooh, let's go.
All right, let's.
Who are these kids? What's up? Okay, Master.
Yeah.
Master, I'm ready. I'm in gear. I'm ready.
麦子，看人到齐了没有？
You see, like, there's a guy that oh, why, hello there, Monkette. Not didn't know they had female monks there. Anyway, there's this guy, his name's Ranton, right? He's kind of like a he's I don't know if I'd describe him as a martial arts YouTuber. He's he just does videos on whatever the hell he feels like. He's like, I think he's Chinese, but he might have grown up in Germany or something like that, and he actually spent time at the Shaolin Temple. And there's this Western interpretation, this Western understanding of what the Shaolin are. And like, yeah, sure, they're a religious organization, okay, fine, but in addition to that, they are also very much a business. They are a business. That's why they would allow someone like I Show Speed to come in with a camera and like play monk for what I would assume is probably going to be a day or two, right? That's the kind of thing that happens. So it's funny to see all these people who are here that, like, they're probably sitting here thinking certain things that I'm probably I'd probably get in trouble for saying on YouTube, they're probably thinking like, what is this guy doing here? Why, like, what is he mocking us for? Did we get money from him? Did the check clear? Did the check clear? If the check cleared, we'll put up with him. But why the hell couldn't he walk through a door earlier? What was this guy's problem?
Formation, he said.
Formation. What is formation? Right here.
Formation. Yo, we have formation in jiu-jitsu. We make the kids stand in formation in jiu-jitsu. Dude SSI. Dude, he's about to be doing a bunch of SSI. Dude, look at the fucking bald cap, bro. Holy fuck, man. Look at that.
Oh. Let's go. Let's go.
3口气抽到那个铁门那儿。
We're gonna what? Running where? What do you mean run? We running? Oh. What the fuck? What the hell? What the fuck? Ah! What the hell? Ah! What the fuck going on? What are we doing? What the hell?
Oh, man. Doing these on flat ground are awful. I couldn't imagine doing them uphill, you know, because I was every now and again when I'm feeling like an asshole, I'll be like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do. I never learned a name from them. I basically call them duck hops, you know. And I make people do this.
Master Shifu. Thank you, Master Shifu.
还有一练，再冲一趟。
Master Sifu.
What the fuck? Fuck.
Go, go, go.
Hold on. We brothers. Calm down. We brothers. Stay as a group. Are we here yet? Bro, where is we going?
Oh,
God,
fucking cheater. He's a cheater. Fucking cheating.
那就来6分钟吧。
What do you say?
Go, 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 go.
Go! 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 So, Chad, basically what we doing, for me to start training, we got to get up the cave. Hold on, brothers, wait. Wait for us, wait. Come on, brothers, wait for me. Oh, my God. Go!
Holy shit, man.
They playing too much. I want to learn some Kung Fu, bro. What we doing now?
Imagine doing this on coffee and oatmeal. I'd be spraying out liquid all over the road out my ass. Dude, it would be blasting holes in your pants. It'd be blasting holes in your pants.
左右撑开。
Bend my knees.
Look.
So I think this is like a horse stance, you know. You see, Chinese and Japanese martial arts are pretty connected, you know, specifically karate. Even though, like, when you talk to karate guys, they say, oh, well, karate's actually Okinawan. All right, fine, whatever, fucking. You get the idea, right? Fucking, and, like, because of that, you have a lot of similarities. Like, there's actually quite a bit of Tai Chi and a lot of a lot of karate that you can do, including the type of karate that I do, Seido karate. They're like a lot of the forms. There's little hints of Tai Chi and Chinese martial arts in there, and you know, they're doing a horse stance that's not too dissimilar from one that I might do in my karate class.
Oh. No. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I can't. Oh, God, I can't.
Forehead on balls stance, says Cavalog.
跟10秒钟，跟10秒钟。
I know. Yo, bro, y'all legs don't hurt?
5.
It was mad weird optics hearing a black guy saying master for 3 hours. That is very true.
3. 3.
Ah! Ah!
No.
Oh, shit. Bro, my leg's burning. Hold up, bro, wait. Goddamn. Come on. Let's go. Push.
Oh,
All right, so
man.
now we passed the training. Now we're going to the main temple now to start Kung Fu.
Yeah, it can be pretty. Oh, damn. It can be pretty good having a dude like him around, a dude that's just like, you know, he's kind of a ball buster, but like it's in a funny way, it's in a fun way, you know. makes everybody laugh. Because like this kind of reminds me of wrestling, like all like the way that they're going, where it's just like nonstop. There's no like, all right, run up the hill and then we get to rest after we're up the hill. It's like run up the hill as soon as you get up the hill. All right, going into a fucking horse stance. We're also gonna be doing fucking duck hops, and then we're gonna do long jumps and all this other shit. You know, it's fun having a guy like that around.
Fuck, man.
Let's see how it do.
You want someone to show you?
Nah, I know how to do a bow and arrow.
I show speed for blood games.
I gotta learn Kung Fu. What am I doing? Come on. Let's go to the temple. Let's go to the temple. What the fuck? Yo, let me do the other way. Do that again.
Whoa, stage, bro.
Dude, he's calling these guys master. They got a fucking whip for him.
Oh no.
Holy shit, bro.
Wait, let me see that.
其他的武器有吗？棍子、刀。
Oh fuck. Yo, that dude got nervous.
Use your elbow.
What the hey? Yo, tell him to come back. I need to learn how to do it.
Carrying the weapon.
Ah, shit.
Oh,
God
fuck.
damn it. Ah, my head. Yo, can you teach me how to do this? Teach me how to do that. Teach me how to do that. Okay, okay, I
Holy
get it. I
fuck,
get it.
man.
So it's like you gotta like,
Ninja or ninja school?
wait.
Move away, people. Move away. Use your elbow.
I got it. Ain't no way he know how to do it. You know how to do this? Ain't no way he know how to do it.
I just want to see him do it. I want to see actual kung
You know how
fu
to do that?
training here, you know?
Where's the master at? Where's the master? Where's Sifu at? What the?
You see, like, what I was talking about earlier, right? Part of the reason they're teaching these kids to do all these tricks, right? Right?
He know how to do that?
Like,
Where's the master?
they teach them to do that so that they can go around and, like, do showcases and stuff like that for money. Like, that's quite literally why they're, like, you're going to be doing backflips. Because, like, the Chinese aren't stupid. Like people know that the type of training they do is not really for fighting like that. But it looks cool, and there's people who might pay to see it. So, you know, that's one of the ways that they'll make money, right? Like even for religious organizations, money doesn't just fall from the sky. Like you have to do certain things to be able to like keep the lights on, you know. There was I forget where I heard it from, but there was like a Christian, I think it might have been Orthodox, like monastery, right, in I think it was New York or something like that, where to keep the lights on, to keep the bills paid, they bred dogs. They were dog breeders, right? So like it's a religious organization that like they have to have some kind of grift. They have to have a day job, because just like being Christian monks, just being Buddhist monks is not like that's not going to pay the bills, you know. It's not going to put food on the table. So it's like, knowing this, it's always weird to see these kids who like, it's basically like pageant kids in China. Like this is basically like a pageant child from China that we're seeing, and all these people are like, it's like they're fucking throwing peanuts at him and shit like that, you know? Even the look in this kid's face right now, it's like, I don't know where he's looking. I don't know who's talking to him, if anyone's talking to him, but it almost looks like he's looking for approval, as if he's supposed to like await further instruction, or maybe like they might want him to do it again or something like that. It's kind of a weird thing. Kind of a weird thing. Canines for Christ, says Zachary. Indeed. Indeed. All right, meeting master. Let's nah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll see what this guy apparently has up his sleeve, you know. This is the training, the rest is prayer, bro. Oh man. Really?
Yes. Oh, see, that's what I want to learn. That's
It's very difficult. It's
Yes.
Is it?
Ooh.
Is it very difficult? Because I swear I was doing shit like that when I was like fucking 7, just out of boredom. Fucking, very, very difficult. Fucking every like American 8-year-old who's bored at school who has like a jump rope is like doing this fucking shit just for the hell of it.
Holy shit. Oh my God. Yup. Okay. Okay. Yup. Nice. Yes. Shin. Master Shin, good job. Good job. Good job. Good job.
You see, like this is one of those things where it's like if you know anything about like violence for real, you realize that it would be like if I took this small notebook and tried like whipping it at you, you know? Like obviously that has a point on it. You wouldn't want to just like take the point randomly, but like that's not gonna kill you. They would never use that as a weapon of war or even self-defense. You would literally rather use your fists and your feet. You would literally be better off using your fists and your feet, or maybe depending on how the point is made, like how robust it is, maybe you could use it as like a stabbing instrument, right? But like there's a lot of weapons out there, especially the Oriental ones, that are just dog shit because they are either based off of some kind of like gardening or other improvised weapon, or they just straight up are like not like they're just not good. Like they were made as like kind of a like some guy fucking around in his garage almost, you know. So I don't really even have a point to saying that necessarily, other than just like I think it's funny that you see all these weapons and the lore behind them is like always the dumbest thing. One thing you need to understand about combat is that it was always gate kept. It was always reserved for the people who would be fighting in wars and stuff like that. And I mean like the professional soldier class, if you will, which in Europe was knights, in Asia was samurai, and then you also had warlords and stuff like that in you know, China, right? Um, like karate, for instance, it wasn't made by the peasant class to try and like protect themselves from the samurai and things like that. It was made by and for the samurai, by and for that knightly warrior caste, so that they could better do their jobs. There's no amount of training that like I'll explain it. I'll explain it this way in a second, right? There is no amount of training that a farmer could do in his spare time that is going to allow him to be able to beat the brakes off of a professional martial artist. It's just not going to happen, right? And this is something you see with a lot of hobbyists versus like guys that really take martial arts seriously. You'll have hobbyists who they'll train for 5 years, but they're only training for 2 hours a week. So because of that, by year 5, like, yeah, sure, they keep their hands up when they're just standing around, but they still reach back like that when they go to throw a jab cross. It's still like that, right? There's so many little mistakes that they make because they're not putting thought or effort or energy into it outside of like their spare time, you know? Versus somebody who's like, no, this is what I do with my life. This is what I'm doing with myself. They're not going to make those mistakes, and they're going to be so much just the skill gap is going to be too great, you know? So like the idea that there was a peasant class that was like, we have to develop our bodies and our minds so that we can take on the samurai, because the samurai are evil, I guess. They're our own countrymen. They protect us from the other samurai that want to kill us. But I mean, I guess our samurai are also bad for some reason. Sounds like some commie bullshit to me, but hey, whatever. We need to fight those guys. We need to fight those guys. We need to take them out. And because of that, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna do that for an hour a day, every day in secret. Somehow we're gonna disappear for an hour a day, and the samurai aren't gonna get suspicious. and we're gonna train enough in that 1 hour a day as to where we're gonna be able to take on the guys who train 8 hours a day and have actually been in real fights. You know, it's like, no, that's not how it works. That's never how it worked, right? And the thing is, the Chinese and the Japanese are smart, so they'll let you think that. That's what a lot of this is right here. Again, is there's a lot of people who, they don't know any better and they don't question anything, and because of that, they steer into the mystical, flying panther, eye of the tiger bullshit. The Japanese do it with the ninja as well. The ninja were not real. You know, the ninja were basically just another class of samurai, is all they were. And there was no black clad guy scaling walls, running across fucking roofs like quietly and stuff like that. It was like a samurai might be told by his shogun, like, hey, we need to figure out what the other guys are up to. You're gonna go in there and you're gonna like hang out. You know, you're gonna go in there posing as like a traveling fucking horsecock salesman, and you're gonna fucking you're gonna post up in town for a little while, and you're gonna like send letters back, or eventually you're gonna come back and you're gonna tell us what you saw. That's what a ninja was. Is like, hey shit stick, hey shit stick salesman, go in there. Maybe we'll need you to kill somebody, but chances are probably not. We just want you to report back to us on like troop numbers and like what kind of defenses they have in their city and all that other shit, you know? Fucking cap, to be honest, I think ninjas were real. They weren't. Like you can't find a single historical example of ninjas as we know them. The closest thing you can find to them are like records of like, we sent a scout in to basically what I was referring to a second ago. You know, you'll find records of like a shogun or a whoever saying we're sending a scout in to report back to us about troop numbers. That's the closest thing to that. Sure, you might have some people who are like assassins and stuff like that, but the thing is, if you're an assassin, you're not gonna typically break into a place and like you're dressed in black and you have your ninjato, is what they call the fucking smaller version of the katana, and you're gonna throw a star at him. And then you're gonna like go in and you're gonna fucking slit his throat, you know? Like it's not some Assassin's Creed, whatever the new Assassin's Creed is. It's a forgettable game, you know. I already forgot what the name was, but it wasn't like that, you know. It was very much the way you could expect an assassination to take place now, which would be like, oh, the Shogun is out around town and somebody emerges from the crowd with a weapon. You know, or like, you know, somebody sneaks in and slips some fucking poison to like his food, you know, or like somebody in the castle who is like trusted to be there slips some poison into his food or something like that. That's what you could expect. But that whole like, we're gonna climb up the fucking that whole The Last Samurai. We're gonna climb up we're gonna climb up to the top of the house and we're gonna start fucking shooting people with bows and arrows shit. Nope. Not happening. Not real. We fought a war with mainland ninjas. We make fun of them to this day for wearing black pajamas. Oh boy. Fuck him. Scott is getting paid by the ninjas to say they don't exist. Dude, shut up. Shut up, JC. Shh.
Try? Yes, let me try. I can do that.
He almost nails somebody over there. Yeah, and I mean, obviously, I show speed is he's playing that up for the camera a little bit, right? Like he could have done better if he wanted to. He definitely could have, but he was like, no, of course, like it's gonna be funnier, it's gonna be better if I fuck around, you know. Um, sorry. Sorry. All right, there we go. Wait a second.
Okay. Look there, this point.
I'm curious what he's trying to teach him to do.
Yeah. To front. Take care. Straight. One. And when you sit like a table. Like a table.
Like a table.
Take care. Yeah.
The monk pulls out his fucking cell phone. There's something funny about that.
My turn. Yeah, like this. Okay. Stop, please. Let's
Stop.
try.
Stop,
30
please.
Seconds. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's okay for you?
Yes.
Okay, let's take care. This is Mabu. Yes, Mabu. Surely.
I want to see if they actually like.
The meaning like this. Mabu.
Mabu.
Take care. Take care.
Mabu.
Boom, boom. Ja. Yeah.
I think he used the wrong hand.
Mabu.
Boom, boom. Ja.
Yeah, yeah, he used the wrong hand.
One more.
Mabu.
Mabu. Relax. 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 Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ja. Yeah. Yeah. This
Look,
is.
look at this dude right here. Like, holy fuck. He's really thinking it right now. You know he's really thinking it right this second. He's got that look on his face.
This stick together, and this finger. This is 柳叶掌, looks like a leaf. 柳叶掌. Not crow, not like this. It's like this. When you attack, take care of this part.
Okay.
Yeah.
This part.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and you see that's something we learn in karate too. That's what we call like a karate chop or a knife hand. Me, like, I'll be honest with you, I only go to karate once a week, and I haven't even been there in a while. But so like I kind of never learned a lot of the Japanese names. I know like certain Japanese names for certain things. So the actual word for it is escaping me. But yeah, like we try to kind of land with this part of our hand, and there's a couple of different ways we'll do it. We'll come like over, we'll come. I ain't gonna finish that one. But we, come here. We also come from the other side, and then also you can go straight as well. You can go straight, and you'll usually target the clavicle with that. You'll come straight ahead. I wouldn't want to default to that if I could throw punches, but actually, funny enough, if I got into a fight right now because my knuckle is fucked up, it's been broken for a while and it's healing, but it's still not quite healed yet. I would actually default to something like that. I'd either throw a palm heel or I'd try to land here, because that really is kind of the next best thing if you can't just ball up a fist and punch, So it's again, it's funny to see kind of similarities between like something that I have done before and this.
Take care. Take care.
Mabu.
Yeah. Okay. Take care.
Okay.
You see, the way he threw it there, I actually know the name for it. It would be a nukite, right? Or a drill hand. The idea is to go out and either target the eye or like like soft tissue, right? You're hitting with kind of the tips of the fingers like that. I would never do that under any circumstances. Even if I was targeting soft tissue, there's very few times that I could actually see myself wanting to do something like that. The thing is, like, if I was going to target someone's eye, I'd rather just stick a thumb in their eye. Not like hit like that, but literally just like stick a thumb in their eye. If I was going to target the soft tissue here, I'd rather do the same thing with the thumb. Or, I mean, I'd rather just choke or just straight up ball up a fist and punch, you know? But it's funny how he got something wrong, but he still did something that is familiar to me in karate, which I know this is not karate, but I was saying like they're related. Karate and kung fu are related.
Yeah,
Right there.
take care. The one is this is where's the power? Power is from change. Power is from yin and yang change each other. Mabu is yang, da is yin.
You see, part of the reason why he's able to do this, it's not just years and years of practice. That is a big part of it, right? His ability to stay in that stance for a long time. But the other reason is because he's so small. That's quite literally it. Not only is he small, but his frame is also not that wide, right? Like, I could train and train and train and train and train and train. I would probably never be able to do it the way this guy does. And this is something Sam talks about every now and again, is you have to move within your own body. You know, you have to move in a way that your body can tolerate, you know? It's I'm not saying it's not impressive. I'm just saying that when you know the secret behind some of the things that some people are able to do, it's like, oh, well, all right, I see why.
Change. When you change, you can use your use your power with your body.
Okay.
But not just arm. Okay. Other point. If you attack me, actually, eyes 1, 2. If you attack me, I cannot. You attack me, I attack you. No. Actually, at first, if you attack 1, 2, the meaning is like this. So, mabu, 1 save, tak, gongbu.
Okay.
It's like this. Let's take try.
Okay.
Okay.
Mabu.
He keeps saying fucking Mabu.
Like this?
Holy shit, man. That's pretty good.
This.
Because if I attack you, take mab, please. Attack you.
Right. Okay.
Tak.
Okay.
安迪老师，按1个小时来。好，稍等一下，一龙，因为现在那些孩子们还没过来。那个你在门口看一下那些孩子们，如果他们来的话，给他们开下门。谢谢一龙。OK， 马步。
Mabu.
有。Yes, this is gumbu.
Okay.
Yes.
Mabu and gumbu
Okay.
change.
Yes.
Okay.
He's actually kind of teaching him the way that I teach him, right? Like what'll happen is if you try and get someone to hold their hands up here and throw a punch like this and then retract, what's going to happen is they're going to have their hands up here. Their elbows might even be out here, and then they're going to throw something like that, or maybe they come back like that, right? So if you just sit here and you remind them of every little thing right out the gate, like, they're not going to be able to get it. You're throwing too much information at them right away. So what you have to do is you have to be like, all right, not bad. This time, keep your hands up. So they keep their hands up, and then they do it pretty much the exact same way, but at least this time their hands are up. And then you're like, okay, good. Now keep your elbows in, right? You just slowly correct one thing at a time until they're like good enough, you know? Again, like I talked about hobbyists and things like that. That's something you see from a lot of hobbyists is they form bad habits, and you kind of have to slowly try and help break them, you know?
Here.
Good old chicken wing stance, exactly.
Wait, please. Mabu.
Mabu.
Yeah. Okay. Gumbu. Tak.
Okay.
Yes, this is.
You see how much better he's looking, like, already? Just
This is mabu.
again, like, he's just correcting one thing at a time, you know? this guy's actually a pretty good. This guy's actually a pretty good trainer. You know, he's not teaching stuff you would want to use in a real fight, obviously, but he's like a really good trainer. He's patient. He's correcting one thing at a time, and you're seeing the improvement in real time in speed. So that's actually like really cool to see. That's fun to see.
More
Cool
relaxed.
guy.
Maybe more bigger. This. Yes. This is
Yes.
I can't. Fuck.
take care. Okay. What's the pubu meaning? The pubu meaning is duck, like this.
Uh-huh.
You see here, if I duck,
Ooh.
spin, or here duck, here duck, here duck, here duck. The meaning is
But I'm right-footed. I'm right-footed though.
right foot.
I'm
Yeah.
right-footed.
Right foot. You see, duck. Actually, the
Duck.
speed. Yes. This is pubu. Okay, the student.
Speed is
student
fast,
coming.
learner, and talented. He shows off iter during show. Yeah, I've seen that for my show Speed.
公布。Okay. Good. 好。Okay. No, you are here. 来，你们几个。This is 马步，马步，弓步 and 瀑布。Take care. One more. This is 马步。
Mabu.
Okay. This is 弓步。
Gombu.
Street. Take care. This is 瀑布。
Pubu.
Yes. This is.
Yo, come on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. This is 瀑布 and this one step. This is looks like take a rest. Is 歇步.
Yo, he hitting the pin drop, bro.
Hold on.
He
More
even
relax.
spun out of it.
Relax. You need more relax. You are too hard. You need more relax. Like this. Take care. Take care.
Take care.
One step. Just one step. Just take a seat.
Just take a seat.
Yeah. Okay. This is 瀑布. Okay. What's the 瀑布 meaning? The 瀑布 meaning. Duck.
Duck.
Yeah. Yes. This is.
Right.
Okay. Wait. This is 瀑布, and this is 虚步.
Shibu.
Okay.
That actually looks a lot like a back stance in karate. What he just did there,
瀑布, and this.
right? That looks a lot like a back stance. I'm sure it's probably very similar to a back stance in karate.
Is 虚步.
Shibu.
Okay. You know, yin and yang.
Yin yang. Yup. Yin yang. Black and white. Black and white. Yin
Yes,
yang.
black,
and white.
yes.
Kung fu.
Take care.
Oh, yeah, black and white kung
The
fu.
sun, hot, bright. It's yang. Yin
is
is
black.
The moon. The moon.
Dark.
Cold.
Dark. Yeah.
Quiet. Dark. Yes, it's yin. The sky is yang. The earth is yin. And the fire is yang. Water is yin. Hot. 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 Your muscle was hard. Hard is yang. This muscle, no power. Soft. Your muscle soft. Soft is yin. Yes. When you take yin, you need you get more fast. Tack. Get more fast. But here is yang, slow, because your weight. This is 虚步. Okay. Other side, please. This is 虚步. Take care.
The little one is a black belt, by the way. That's pretty cool.
Yes, yes.
That's pretty funny.
Straight. This is 虚步.
Shibu.
Okay, now let's take 五步拳. 五步拳 is the most basic kung fu, but most important. 那孩子们，我们来学五步拳。待会儿我做什么动作，大家就跟着做就可以，好不好 ？Okay, take care. The one.
Wait. Did you say
大家跟着
dickhead?
做就可以，好不好 ？Okay, take care. The one. The one is for prepare. How to prepare? You can do it like this. Okay, you can do it like this. We need the second. We don't need the first. Because you are fighting. Cannot too slow. Take care. Okay. Take care. Relax your shoulder, relax your breath, relax. Yes, relax your muscle. And take your foot together, please. Relax. Quiet in your heart. Okay.
It's just It's like they knew, like, hey, he wants to look as ridiculous as possible. So let's take all of the children and put him in formation with I show speed in the middle. That's so fucking hilarious, dude. Let's take the littlest kid and put him in front.
Okay. The 1, 2. Okay, take care. Here. Punch, please.
Stop.
No. Outside. Yeah, this is punch. Take care. What's the meaning of this? If you attack me, take care. If you attack me, attack, duck, 瀑布. What's the meaning?
Stop.
Yes, this is 瀑布. The 瀑布 the meaning. Wait,我们俩配合一下. If your enemy attack, the first.
If your enemy tries to shake your hand,
Here, up to you.
stomp kick to his
But
knee.
you need more fast. It's the first. Okay, let's try again. Yeah. But take care. Be careful. Okay, the first is 势力. The palm, their fist, get together. It's 武德. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Stop. Stop. Mark.
Okay, good. Okay, the third, take care. This foot kick, and
See,
this,
even this stance right here is very similar to Zen Kusadashi, which that's another stance we do in karate as well.
this hand,
Okay.
punch. Take care. Okay, 3.
Stop.
Okay, 4. 马步.
Mom.
Yeah. Take care. 马步. Horse. Yes. And take a look this side. If you attack this side, you have to look first. Okay. Wait, please. 好，来，大家停一下。What's the meaning?
Let's go.
He's afraid, bro.
接下长。
Let's go. Let's go. We doing that. Let's go. Good stuff, T.
He looks fucking confused. He's like, what's the black guy want with me? What? I've never seen one of them before. What? Why is he doing this?
Good stuff. Let's go. Front. Shoot. Fuck yeah, I fucked up. God damn it. God damn. From the beginning. Let's go. You ready? Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys
Damn.
hold
From the
on.
beginning. Let's go.
Look at this dude. His patience is wearing thin. His patience is
You ready? Let's go.
his you can see he's like
Yes. Yeah. 马步 punch. Take care, please. Okay, from here, turn left. Step back by your left foot. 6. Yes. Good. And next movement through. Okay, from here. 7. Left. Yeah. Next, you can very easy. Turn left. Left. The meaning, yes. The meaning is like, but take care. This foot. 好，我们停一下，同学们停一下。
To be honest, I don't think I Show Speed can fight or anything, but the shit he did jumping on the gondolas, then climbing back up the bridge, then went he went under in time to jump on another one was impressive. Oh yeah, fucking, he's like I've said, I've seen some pretty impressive feats of athleticism from I Show Speed, and that's pretty good for him,
So the meaning, the movement is like this, not like this, not here, here. So
Why would you go for the neck when you could just, tickle his
like
armpit?
this. So let's try one time. 来，还没从这个斜不中间开始。Okay, the one is this punch for other side, please. Other side. Yes.
Sensei Scott, have you ever seen Hajime no Ippo? No, I haven't, but it's a boxing anime, right? I'm pretty sure it is, right? I haven't seen it.
But, okay, take care. Stop. This is which pose? 瀑布. From here. One. Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah. Okay, stop. Get it? It's pin.
你好。
Very pin, I know. But you get it.
You can see the fucking bald cap. You can see the fucking bald cap. Oh, fuck. What happens here? Alright. Okay. Every time the bald cap folds, I just can't help but fucking laugh. It's just such a it's such a stupid fucking look. And he knows that, obviously, but it's like, fuck, man. Quiet.
But you get it. Hey, you get it. It's pain, but it's life. It's pain, but it's Shaolin. It's pain, but it's Kung Fu. It's pain.
They didn't train him or anything for this first one, by the way. Oh, fuck.
You understand?
Yes.
That's kind of cruel.
Tell Master Shin I would like to do what he did on me.
不是，他想给你开会儿啊，没问题，可以吗
Yeah.
？If you want to do it,
Okay, Master Shin.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, get there. Master Shin, payback is a mother. You don't feel that? You don't feel that? That don't hurt?
Yes, it's Kung Fu. It's training.
Master, you the reason why I'm my master. I'm sorry, Master. Wait, what is that?
This
Is he just calling every Asian person he sees master?
双刀. Okay, but now we can
Oh,
shoot.
now we're starting to get a little more interesting. I was about to click off of this, but I want to see if he fucks with the swords real quick. Scott, what do you think of catch wrestling? Do you think it will ever make a comeback? I'll talk about that in a second.
What the fuck?
Okay.
See, those things are basically just aluminum foil, you know.
It's a double force sword.
You see, like they're basically made out of glorified aluminum foil, right? And it's not just because they're like, oh, we want to be safe. It's also because there's a certain amount of pageantry that goes into this, and the same thing goes with a lot of like sport karate in the way that they do like kata and stuff like that, right? You see people who do kata competitions, they add a certain amount of flair to their shit, right? Where like if I have to throw a punch like this, right, I might, like, instead of just going out like that, I might be like that or something. I'm having a hard time like thinking up a good example, but the reason why is because when I add this little piece, there's a little bit more flair, and it might be a little bit more visually pleasing to the judges, and because of that, they're gonna be like, "Oh wow, that was a really good kata. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do that." Right? And you can see this kind of thing in karate schools that like do kata competition kind of heavily. Like they basically have two versions of a kata that they'll learn, which is like the traditional and then the hey, we want to win gold medals version. And it's kind of the same thing with this, where it's like when you hear the flopping of the steel, it almost adds to what is going on. You hear that, and like in your head, you think, "Oh man, whoa, he's doing some pretty crazy shit there. Whoa, whoa, dude, he's swinging that so hard." You're hearing what sounds like sheet metal being shaken out. You know?
Okay. And something else, this is softer weapon.
Hey, they built different in China. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all built different.
Okay, it's a double one.
What's this one?
What?
Oh, okay. I wanna see if.
What the hell?
What the fuck, man? Every time you think he's done, he just goes into another butt jump thing. Oh, I was hoping I could show speed. I was hoping I could see speed doing the weapons, but it seems like he's got some kind of weapon training going. I want to skip just straight to him using the weapons though.
First, single. After, double.
Okay.
One. Okay, here. Yes. Outside. Yes, better. And step back by right foot. Yep, right foot. Right side. Yes. You see here? One. Yes. Actually, when you do like this, it's like buff. So, you see here? Back.
Ah, he missed.
Yes, yes. More far away, more far.
Yes.
More far. Yep. Take care of outside. Oh,
What?
wait.
What?
Oh, quiet. Mama, don't hurry. Please.
He's just straight up like quiet.
Deep breathe. Okay. One, two, outside. Three, step back. We attack. More far. Back.
Stop!
Yeah.
You see, like nunchucks are another great example of a poorly designed weapon, right? Because if you're gonna hit somebody with something, you need a heavy, stiff object. You know, you can't have something that's gonna be like that. Like a good weapon is either gonna be something that cuts you or bludgeons you. Or just is some kind of puncture, right? Specifically a melee weapon, right? It's going to be something that either stabs, cuts, or bludgeons, and there isn't enough weight on a pair of nunchucks as to where it's going to be anything that's like substantial if you get hit by them. In addition to the fact that they're hard to control. And they're just not a good weapon. Bottom line.
Back.
Duck!
Yes. You see? And this hand hold. See? Yeah. like this. You see? One step.
Boom.
No. Don't hurry. Okay. One step. Okay. Right hand. Stack.
Stack.
Yes.
I got it.
Stack.
Stack.
No. This side. This side. This is called 白蛇吐信.
Oh, like that.
Like a snake. Like
Yeah.
a snake.
Right?
If you whipped out a pair of nunchucks in
Yeah,
Blood
yeah.
Games, you might have been on season 3, though, Scott. Honestly, nunchucks would have been good to have. Nunchucks would have been good to have, honestly. I want to see if he has any other weapons that he trains with. You know, I'll have to hand out a pair of nunchucks. I'm firm on my stance. Bare minimum martial arts weapons are functional. What do you mean by bare minimum, Cavalog? I'm confused by what you mean. Oh, he's fucking sparring now. I had no clue.
Okay, good. One, take care. Two, and you hold this.
And then I was gonna say you kick the leg out.
Yeah.
Like that.
That right there is actually, you see that in Sanda, and I also teach stuff like that in my jiu-jitsu class every now and again. That right there wasn't bad. The kicks he was throwing weren't bad, but that punch was like, what the hell was that punch? Like the like, what was that supposed to be? You know, it was just weird to see, you know? And then
Yeah.
Like that.
But actually, it's like this. If you kick me, the meaning is 1, 2, 3.
Oh. Okay, I get
Meaning
it.
is like this.
Yes.
And I not literally, but I went over basically that on yesterday, actually, at my jiu-jitsu class. You know, it's funny. He's basically just teaching him Swai Jiao right now, or Shuai Jiao, excuse me, which is a form of Chinese jacket wrestling. And you also see that shit in Sanda as well, which is Chinese kickboxing.
Okay, one more.
One more.
Okay, 1, 2. Ah, you forgot. Okay. Oh,
That
okay.
right?
Actually, no.
No?
No.
Actually,
What I
no.
do? Okay, I told you. The meaning is when you, okay, you catch my leg
Right?
already. Please, catch my leg.
Right.
Actually, you can do it. Okay. You know. So you can see.
Uh-huh.
You know 我做一个帅摔。啊，好，没有。好，好。One, you see here.
Oh shit.
Actually.
I literally taught how to do that yesterday, but not with the leg. I taught with the arm because I'm showing a Russian series, right? A Russian is a certain kind of tie up that you can do in grappling art, right? And I actually learned the way that I enter into the Russian tie from watching Chinese grapplers, where they'll catch kicks and then they'll do that. It's called a golf swing, right? If that guy swung a little bit harder and he threw the weight a little bit more, right? This dude would have fell on the ground, and I'm wondering if that's what he's going to show.
It's I have to hold. One, back.
Okay.
You see how that dude would have fallen over? He was kind of like, whoa, right? You know, the Mr. Master over here was being a little bit nice, so he wasn't going to take him down like that on the brick. But that's like, it's funny to see that I literally taught that yesterday, just in a slightly different form, and I got that from watching Shuai Jiao, from watching Chinese guys and Sanda and other like practical martial arts. It's funny that it's funny that this is popping up literally a day after.
It's a 1 and 2. See,
Boom.
As I told you, you control here, inside.
Yeah.
Your shoulder. Push. Back. Like this, it's second.
Right.
The third is I told you.
Again, that's a pretty well-known finish for a single leg, though it is a little bit different.
1, 2, 5. The third.
Uh-huh.
The fourth. Up. 1, 2. You see here?
Uh-huh.
Here? My body, his body. See here?
Boom.
Oh, that's called a we call that a bear hug.
Something like this.
Okay.
Again, like we do some of these things a little bit differently, right? Like that single leg finish that he tried to show a second ago. You know, we do something extremely similar. That's pretty much the same thing, just with some. I call them minor differences, but really they're kind of major differences. And then that right there, that was just what we call a bear hug, and we do it a little bit differently from that as well. But it's funny to see this guy's basically just showing IShowSpeed Shuai Jiao right now. He's not showing him like animal style kung fu, you know, or anything like that.
散打摔法.
Oh, he literally just said sanda. Like you can hear.
Something like this.
Okay.
So, 散打摔法. 好，谢谢.
Sanda shofa. I don't know what that second word was, but he definitely said sanda, you know.
一龙，谢谢。散打摔法 we have several different techniques too, but the score is broken. What? People can stand here because we have a weight here. But if you do like this, cannot. 散打摔法 is broken. You can stand here, okay. But what has 1, 2.
Oh, you see he's showing a fucking double leg?
Right.
The meaning is like control. Okay. Nearly control break. Nearly control break.
Yes.
Nearly control break.
Boom. Boom.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah,
I
yeah,
got it.
yeah. You see.
I got it.
So, we try.
Let's go.
Again, I hate the techniques this dude tries to pull when he's punching, you know? The kicks aren't bad.
Nah, fuck, damn.
You need more access. Actually, you do it well. Really. Well, good enough.
I think I learned Kung Fu. I think
Good
I pretty
enough.
much get it now.
You learn Kung Fu so fast.
I know.
Hey, I think maybe you can, if you have time, you can stay here 5 years. You are really Kung Fu master, I think.
5 years?
Yeah, because you can focus your mind. You are very carefully. Other people, they need 10 years, 20 years, but
5 years.
very carefully. And
Chat, should I do it?
and
Should I
never
stay here
give
for
up.
5 years?
After, when you retired?
When I retire. Oh, Master, do you know the drunken style?
Drunken style. Okay.
The drunken
You know
style.
the drunken style?
No, I'm old. I can teach, but I cannot show.
Do you know the drunken style?
Yes.
Let me see it. So that's the drunken style?
Yes, of course.
It's like he's gathering all the vomit to spit out.
好，谢谢。
By the way, it's a monkey.
That is pretty funny to see. Yeah, I mean that was interesting, you know, like I didn't think they were gonna do anything like what we ended on. That was really fun to see. You know, it was cool to see him actually teach some like real shit, you know. Like most of the shit you'll see out of China is just that. It's shit. It's not very good. But the stuff that is very good is stuff that it's almost like a treasure trove, you know. There's a lot of little things, a lot of tricks that, especially for grappling, if you look to Chinese wrestling, you can find things that like will really benefit you in your grappling that a lot of places don't even bother with. A lot of places won't even use because you know, Chinese martial arts have this sort of reputation, and the reason why they have that reputation is because Shuai Jiao is not that big of it's not that popular, you know. Same thing with Sanda. Sanda is not that popular either, but it's the only version, the only kickboxing martial art that allows for takedowns outside of like certain kinds of sweeps in Muay Thai, you know, sweeps, trips, dumps in Muay Thai. You can shoot in for takedowns in Sanda, and that's a really cool thing. But yeah. Oh, excuse me. It's hard for them to teach their own art because it doesn't exist. It's a mix and match from everything else. I don't know about that. I mean, maybe, maybe not. I just, like I don't know. Regardless though, like when it comes to Sanda and Shuai Jiao, those are two like if they're usually going to be quality. You know, they're usually going to be quality. Bob asks why does that black guy look like an alien? That's I Show Speed. Somebody asked a question earlier, though. Somebody asked a question. Ted Joker said there are many different kinds of martial arts. Yes, sir, there are. Somebody asked a question. Somebody asked a question. Was it Mayo-sama? Was it Mayo-sama who asked the question? Damn. Oh, yeah. Somebody asked about catch wrestling, my thoughts on it, and will it come back? I think you see that's a complicated topic because in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu you have a gi, right? Now there was the advent of no gi Jiu-Jitsu. But when people think of jiu-jitsu, they tend to think of gi jiu-jitsu. Now, when it comes to catch wrestling does not utilize a gi or anything like that. It doesn't utilize any form of clothing other than to, cover your peener. And also shoes. You can wear shoes as well, wrestling shoes. There's a lot of techniques in catch wrestling that are not allowed in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and even a lot of like no-gi combat or submission wrestling, submission grappling tournaments out there. So like there's a piece of it that it would be really good for it to be studied, kind of in the way that I was talking about Shuai Jiao, but I think overall the accessibility of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu compared to catch wrestling is going to make it a lot harder for catch wrestling to make a comeback, combined with the fact that catch wrestling is a very specific kind of art compared to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It doesn't have the bro culture built up around it. It doesn't have that pop culture, that almost omnipotent or omnipresent pop culture reputation, I guess you could say. I'd like to see it make a comeback, but I don't think it's gonna make a comeback in the way that we might want it to. I think I think it'll remain kind of like a hipster art, if that makes sense. It'll remain the other grappling art, the other, and there's some really good stuff. Like I've been watching a lot of Eric Paulson lately. I've been watching a lot of just like catch wrestling in general. And I like it because it complements my very top heavy style. It complements my it complements my sorry, there's a Netflix thing up on my TV right now, and I saw something that interests me. I've been studying a lot of it lately, and the reason why I've been doing that is because it complements the way that I like to grapple very well. It gives me ideas on things that I can do. And there's a lot of things that you're not typically going to see from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym because the rule set of Jiu-Jitsu, as well as the way that people like to train it and other things like that, it tends to be very certain patterns emerge. Like for instance, you don't see a lot of guys riding legs in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You don't see leg riding in Jiu-Jitsu. I'll show you what that is. right?
All right. So
Oh, hold on. Right? So like this position right here, right? This position right here, you don't holy fuck, man. You see, you don't tend to see much of that position in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Of course, it's not actually showing me like what I want to see. It's not giving me like a basic idea of how to ride or what leg riding is, right? But the bottom line is you don't see a bunch of dudes putting the boots in, is what we call that, leg riding, from this position in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's practically non-existent in modern Jiu-Jitsu because people prefer back takes where they can do certain submissions that are a little bit easier when you are you see, this is what you tend to see in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You don't tend to see much of the other position that I showed you. This is a back take position, right? They have two hooks in, and then there's a seat belt right there. The reason people prefer this is because it's easier to hit certain submissions, and in some cases, it can be a little bit harder for the person to get out of, depending on the way that they move and stuff like that. People prefer this in jiu-jitsu because people are always trying to hunt for that submission. Now, you can get submissions in catch wrestling from leg riding as opposed to a back take, but the submissions are going to be a little bit different. And honestly, some of the submissions that you're able to get from that position are not going to be legal for anybody who's not a brown or a black belt. And even if they are a brown or a black belt, a lot of jiu-jitsu competitions will ban these moves in the first place. Like, for instance, I'll show you Erik Paulson, right? Erik Paulson, leg riding. I'm gonna see if I can. I wanna see if I can. Yeah, he's showing a ton of leg locks right now, but he's not actually. Yeah, I'm not seeing. All right. Calf slice. Yes, here. So this is Erik Paulson, right? He's kind of like the catch wrestling guy right now. So you see here, he's in that leg riding position, right? He's only got one boot in right now. He's just playing around with one boot. And this right here, right? You can already see the tap. This is called a calf slice. If you're a white belt, blue belt, or purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you are not allowed to do this. You're allowed to do it if you're a brown or a black belt. And because of that, what tends to happen is you don't see as much of this position right here. You don't see as much of playing around here. What'll happen is someone will go from the turtle position, they'll throw a boot in, and then they'll try and dislodge the person from their position to get the back take instead of chilling around here. Again, going for, say, a calf slice or something like that, right? Is he... Oh, no, I thought he was tapping on his own leg for a second. I was like, what the hell is he doing? You know? But, like, you don't tend to see shit like this in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and it would be really, really cool to see more stuff like that. And I've been kind of playing around with it here and there as time has gone on. I want to see what else he does, too. So, he's showing that calf slice from Turtle. Right. He's. I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait. Did he show something else? No. No, he didn't. I just want to see if he shows anything else, right? Oh, no. It's the same one. Oh, interesting. Oh, huh. I've never actually seen the calf slice applied that way, right? So instead of this leg, I'm pretty sure he used the outside leg, which is interesting. I didn't know about that, you know. But anyway. Taylor must pay Scott in crochet first, dude. I tried to order, I think, a hat from Taylor, but I think she probably just had too much like going on, and because of that she never delivered it. I didn't pay for it. Right? It was supposed to be, I think I was supposed to pay for it after it was made or something like that. You know, it's I'm not saying like she took money from me and ran or anything like that, but I wanted to order from Taylor and it just didn't work out. And I don't know, maybe I'll order something. Maybe I'll order something else at some point. We'll see. Bob says, I hate jujitsu's bro culture. Honestly, Greco-Roman wrestling is much cooler. Yeah. The thing that sucks about wrestling is that I feel like it's starting to become jujitsu a little bit. And I think especially at the youth level, I feel like it is getting kind of bad. It's not not what it was supposed to be. Not what it was supposed to be. Because what you're seeing a lot of nowadays is like a lot of parents who live through their kids, and that's always been a thing. Don't get me wrong. There's always been, like, in any sport, there's always been the dad or the mom who's like, my son's gonna be an All-American, right? That's the way that they are. But it's only become worse with the advent of video cameras and things like that. It has only become worse with that. And what you're seeing is a lot of situations where, like, you'll have, and I talked about this on Twitter the other day, because wrestling, right? Wrestling is not like baseball or football or a lot of other sports out there. When you have a baseball team in your town, usually what happens is pretty much everybody starts around the same time, and they have the same kind of training, the same kind of everything. You might have somebody who puts a little bit more time, effort, and energy in there. But what tends to happen is people improve however much they're going to improve, and everybody kind of stays within the same sort of window, right? You might have some kids who excel and they do very, very, very well, but for the most part, everybody kind of stays in that same window. And then the fact that it's not a sport where people are like fighting each other, it doesn't make it that bad when you have a kid who's like 12 years old and he's already throwing at 75 miles an hour, right? It's not that bad. If anything, it's impressive, and okay, fine, he struck your son out, but man, that kid on the mound sure is pretty good. He'll probably go somewhere one day. That's all right. You know, I'm still proud of my son. I still love my son. Wrestling, though, there's a primal aspect of it because it is a fight at the end of the day. You are fighting. And what you end up having is a kid who, like, when he's not in that window, when he far surpasses the window where everybody is, he ends up, like, doing damage to people. He ends up, like, actually kind of fucking hurting people. And then you'll also have these fucked up situations where, like, there's a kid, he just started wrestling 4 or 5 months ago. It's his first tournament. And sure enough, there's that one kid walking around at that tournament who's in his bracket, who is that far ahead of the curve in his training, maybe even developmentally, right? He's just ahead of the curve. And because of that, he ends up absolutely fucking dominating this first-time wrestler. The kid who's already won like a few tournaments is beating the fuck out of the kid who just showed up to his first tournament. And he's hitting these crazy fucking moves on him. He's hitting these insane moves that, like, are almost like fucking disrespectful to even be going for. You're kind of taking advantage of the fact that you're going against a first-time wrestler doing those things to them. And I don't like that kind of I don't like that kind of attitude. I don't like that kind of I don't like that atmosphere. I don't think that's a good atmosphere. There's a difference between training kids to have a winning mindset and training kids to be, like, needlessly cruel, you know? You can if you can win without stunting on somebody, you should fucking win without stunting on them. You know, it's not it's not a good thing, man. And then you also have like you have it even worse when it's a girl dad, right? You'll have like the father of a girl who sits here with his phone, like, oh, dude, she's totally gonna fuck this boy up, haha. They sit there with their phones, like recording matches with their daughters, who again are facing off against dudes who like it's their first tournament. You know, she's at her like fifth tournament. She's won a few of them because her dad was like an NCAA champ or something like that. She's been training since she fucking slid out the womb. You know, meanwhile, you have this kid who, like, it's his first tournament. He's been training wrestling for, like, 4 or 5 months. His parents wanted him to get into wrestling because he has some issues with, like, confidence. And he has some issues with being able to, like, talk to people. And they want him in there for the socialization as well as to instill proper values in him, as wrestling is known to do. And then some fucking asshole is like, Jenny, hit the move. And Jenny like suplexes him, and it's like that shit's so fucked up, and then again, they're sitting here like, Jenny, hit the move, Jenny, hit the move, Jenny, hit it. They're sitting there like that. And then they post that on the internet, and then all the comments are like, haha, he learned a lesson. He learned a fucking lesson today. Haha, don't mess with the girls. And it's like, yeah, he learned a lesson. He learned that he shouldn't ever listen to his parents. He learned that there are people out there who are needlessly cruel and awful, and that he should probably just further retreat into his shell. That people are shitty and that he is not going to want anything to do with them. And you're sitting here proving him right about that. It's not that he's maladapted, it's that you literally are the kind of person that he does not want to be around, and because of that, that kid is now worse off, and your kid is also worse off because your kid is going to turn into a piece of shit because you are a piece of shit, Your daughter's going to grow up with a chip on her shoulder. And you're going to wonder why. It's because you wanted a son. And when you got a daughter, instead of just being like, oh, I got a daughter, maybe I'll have her play with Barbies or something like that. You had to be the guy who's like, oh, no, I had a daughter, but it's okay because she's going to beat the hell out of all the guys. That's what's going to happen with my daughter. My daughter's going to beat the hell out of all the guys. That's what she's going to do. My other son is actually my daughter, and she beats the hell out of the guys. The guys don't mess with her because she beats the hell out of them. I make sure of it. I take videos of it and I post it on the internet, and I do laugh emojis. Ha 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 ha. My daughter just did harm to somebody else. It's like it's so fucked up, man. Like I've noticed that with wrestling, and it sucks because it's becoming what jiu-jitsu is. Wrestling is becoming what jiu-jitsu is now, and it sucks. At least in terms of like the toxic, not fan base, but the toxic participation is what I mean. The toxic participation. It's just so gross, man. It's so disgusting. It's awful. I can't stand it. The fem dad, exactly. The fucking fem dad. It's gross, bro. It's fucking gross. Sorry, I'm just looking around here. What was it? Oh, yeah. Eric Paulson. There's actually a fight between Eric Paulson and Matt Hume. Apparently, this is like the Sonny Brown breakdown. I don't know. Like we're gonna keep this muted. I just want to see what happens, just in case.
Advantage on that. Let's see how they go.
Oh, actually, okay. I don't think there's any like commentary. I think the commentary is actually from the commentators. I figured this was gonna be like a breakdown video, but I just happened to see the guy that we were watching, Eric Paulson. He used to fight back in the 80s. Like the UFC wasn't the beginning of MMA. There was Pancrase, and even before Pancrase, there was like there was MMA, you know, and Eric Paulson is literally like one of the pioneers of it, you know. But anyway, let's go ahead. This is Eric, by the way, right here.
Preferred styles. Phase 1. Leg kicks. Based on the
Extreme
match
Fighting
history,
Phase 1.
Notice the position
Battle
of the leg
cage.
is very similar.
Oh, hey.
Chopping shot by Hume. Looking for it. You see him looking for it? And when they're kicking downstairs, they're trying to weaken the leg strength and the kicking ability for later. Yeah, you see the low
Oh,
leg
hey.
kicks of Hume are stronger
You
than
see, like you don't see leg kicks with conviction anymore in MMA nowadays, and that's kind of like that's
Yeah, and also lower
you know
your
it's good to see that. It's good to see that.
little Jeet Kune Do back
Oh,
right
hey.
there. Worked it into the dragon.
Oh, he caught the kick and threw a cross right down the middle. That was pretty good to see.
Little knee coming
So
in.
some knees going in.
They'll be forced to back away from the fence pretty soon.
So yeah, Eric has him up against the fence right now. They're just kind of throwing some rabbit punches and things like that. Very similar to what you see today in modern MMA. I'm not exactly a fan of having to sit here and watch just like two guys take pot shots at each other. But ooh, we got a guillotine in, standing guillotine, and it is pretty tight looking. Ooh, that was a knee to the head too. Oh, we gonna get out of it? So Eric is now in a guard position with the guillotine in. This is a really weird position for him to be in, you know, because the thing is, even if the guillotine is not choking him, that doesn't feel good on the neck, you know. And what the hell is going on here? What the hell was that?
The guard is holding Hume off now. He'll have to let go of that head eventually. If he pushes away with his legs, he'll have power.
So yeah, right now they're just Hume is holding on to that head. One of the announcers said he's gonna have to let go of it eventually, you know, and I tend to agree with that, you know. So Hume lets go, and they are in the guard position right now. Hume is standing, and we see what is basically a K guard from a Paulson, but he ends up going for a knee bar. He has a knee bar in right now. He inverts, goes for the knee bar, and I don't know if he's going to get it. I mean, I would assume not. This is a 15-minute fight, you know, but this is a little bit interesting. You see, I was going to say, I'm pausing it just to show you. The knee right now is in kind of a dangerous spot, but I think Eric might be having a bit of a hard time finishing it for one reason or another. I don't know why. I think if he tried to pull, I think if he actually tried to extend it, what would happen is the knee would slip out. And maybe that's why he's not really trying to stop it. It looked like he just went for a kick to the head, though. That's funny to see.
Perfect thing to do. The hook kick to the head was flawless.
Yep, he went for a hook kick to the head, I suppose. So now Hume is in he was inside, well, he is inside control. I thought he was going for a north-south position for a second. And Eric turns away, and he almost ends up in a back take. Ooh, wow, we have a gift wrap position. This is not bad grappling. These are some interesting grappling exchanges, you know. I'm wondering why nobody's throwing punches right now. Maybe it's not allowed. Like ooh, nice sweep from Eric Paulson. Ref got in the way there. Yeah, we're not really seeing punches. Oh no, here's some punches. That's good to see. That's good to see. They're not really focusing on the punches though. Like I'm wondering why you don't see much ground and pound. Ooh, is that a baseball bat choke? Hold up. Yeah, it looks like he might be going for a baseball bat choke. No, that's not a baseball bat choke. He's going for a can opener. Or maybe, no. Oh, no. That's a baseball bat. That's a baseball bat choke. That's a baseball bat choke. So basically, he's got the hands here, and he's trying to keep the neck in between and go, right? So it's a little weird. I'm not typically going for no-gi baseball bat chokes. It is a little bit weird to go for a no-gi baseball bat. Usually you would use the gi, and they call it a baseball bat choke because the way your arms end up on the gi, they end up like that, you know? So we have a little bit of ground and pound right now, but what's keeping Hume safe is the way that he's trying to keep Eric Paulson from posturing up. But Paulson pushes off the head and he postures up. So now Hume is in a little bit more danger. He's taking a few punches, but nothing too crazy. That's nothing too crazy. What he's got to be careful though, because he's got his and here we see Paulson going for it. He went for an arm bar, and that's because Hume left his arms up here. Hume left his arms up, and Paulson went for the arm bar, and unfortunately he slipped off. Now he's back on bottom. But we have a butterfly sweep. Wow, that was an interesting little butterfly sweep there. That was cool to see.
Paulson goes for position more, and Hume goes for the big shots.
See, like this is the type of stuff that MMA was supposed to be, right? Was like you were supposed to see activity on the ground. That was really cool to see that butterfly sweep. It was really cool to see the arm bar and some of the other things that were going on. I would like to see a little bit more ground and pound, I will say. But the grappling exchanges are really nice. I'm enjoying them, you know? Oh, all right. So we have what is going to be round number 2, which just started here. Phase 2. Ooh, hook cross, knee, oi. We have a tie plum from Hume. Ooh, throwing kicks from the tie plum. That's interesting to see. So right now, Paulson is sort of, he's trying, oi, nice knee from Paulson. That's a hard knee too. Oi, return knee. Ooh, elbow missed. Oi. Like, this is what MMA was supposed to be, man. You know, like there's some things in this fight that I would like to see a little bit different, but like it's so good to see the diversity of techniques. It's so good to see these guys trying to meet each other in the position, in the middle, and just see who's better. Just see who's the better fucking fighter, you know? These grappling exchanges were really good. Ooh, he ends up going for, I believe it's a front headlock. It's not a guillotine yet. You know, he kind of snatches a front headlock, but he's trying to turn it into a guillotine, and Hume is hand fighting. It's making it a little bit tough. So we have double underhooks right now with Hume's head underneath Paulson's body, which is making it tough for him. And there is a guillotine, but I don't know if he's quite got it. It's probably uncomfortable, but not really choking him. Hume is out of there. Knee from Paulson. Return knee from Hume. Oh, hey, nice knee from Hume again. It's pretty evenly matched on the feet, and I'd say Hume is getting the best of him. You know, specifically with the tie plum. Oh, hey. Yeah, Hume is using those knees to his advantage really well, and you can see Paulson's not liking him. You can see Paulson does not like what's going down right now. Ooh, so we have a guillotine. We have a guillotine, and that's tight. That's tight. Is Hume gonna get out? See what Hume looked like he was about to do it. He's trying to fight the grip. What he needs to try his best to do. Well, he doesn't have to worry about it as much right now. But, the grip looks like it's back in. Oh, yeah, grip's back in. If he can use his left arm to reach over Paulson's shoulder and then use his right arm to reach in between his legs, he can lift Paulson up and drop him into a side control. You know, I don't know if that's necessary now. It looks like Hume might be safe. Oh, but it looks like there might be an arm out Darce choke. And Hume is out. Hume is out. Oh, spinning elbow from Hume. Hell yeah, bro. This is a good fight. The pace is nice. They're throwing with conviction. They're really trying to hurt each other here. I like that, you know? Paulson pushing him back up against the cage. You see, like even the shots they're throwing against the cage are still like, you know, even the shots they're throwing against the cage are like nice, you know, like they're that first round I was a little iffy, but the shots that are coming from here, the knees and stuff like that, they're really trying to hurt each other with them. They're not just like, I'm gonna pepper your body to score points and like annoy you, you know. Paulson disengages, lands a couple of punches, but Hume has something to say about it. Ooh, hell yeah. Oh, hey. I'm not too sure who's winning this right now, you know? I got to be honest with you. I think the first round might have been Paulson. This second round kind of tough to say. I would not fault anyone for saying that it is Hume's round, you know? I got to be honest with you. Oh, hey. Ooh, that was almost to the nuts. Can we watch Two Girls, One Cup after this? Of course, Joe. Anything for you, pal. Ooh, that was nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's this position right here is one of the ways that I was taught to deal with the Thai plum is fucking put a hand across and you can push off and you can fucking try and land an elbow or you can push off and swim, you know? Man, this dirty boxing is nice to see, man. That uppercut hook from Paulson there was pretty good. There was a couple of nice shots from Hume a second ago. This is fun, man. This is like I want to find more fights like this. I want to find more fights like this from organizations that don't exist anymore, so they're not going to get me for copyright. You know, I'm not going to end up with I'm not going to end up having to like cut out portions of my stream because there's like copyright shit. Let's see that. Look at that. Bang. Bang. And then that uppercut hook from Hume followed by a knee. Man, that's nice, man. All right, so here we are, and round 3 of what I would assume is going to be 3. Oi, kick from Erik Paulson. See, these are the guys that were doing it for the love of it, you know? People are doing it for money nowadays, and like, don't get me wrong, you know, like, it's not like these guys would not want money if there was like a lot of money in it at this time, but like, you're seeing the business of MMA nowadays. This is back when it was a fight. Now it's the business of MMA, and it fucking sucks, you know. Oh, hey, nice knee attempt from Hume, and oh, what are they? They better not stop it for the cut, you know? You see, like, the rules in MMA were a little bit, like, weird back in the day because you were in a spot where a lot of this was very unregulated compared to boxing, so you might have certain organizations that, like, the second a cut occurs, the fight is over. Like, that's what happened in one of Fedor Emelianenko's fights. He suffered a loss very early in his career that only happened because he happened to get caught in a weird way and there was a cut created. And part of the rule set of that organization was the second there's a cut, we're going to stop it. I don't know if it was because of, like, a lack of blood testing or something like that. I couldn't tell you exactly what it was, but you know, like, that happens sometimes. So maybe because there was the cut, they were like, you know, oh, we got to check this out. Maybe that was part of the rules, you know. We'll go ahead, we'll fast forward through, though, because I have a feeling there's probably more to this fight. No? Oh.
The fight was stopped 44 seconds in the third round due to a deep cut.
Making
the winner, Matt Hume.
So Matt Hume, who was in some trouble.
That sucks. That fucking sucks. The cut wasn't even bleeding. Like I understand if the cut was like gushing blood, but that's not, like, that wasn't bleeding that bad. You know, it probably looked worse than it was, but you know, hey, it is what it is. Oh well. But yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool to see. We'll have to see more. We'll have to see more Erik Paulson. You know, we'll have to see more Erik Paulson in the future. Anyway, sorry about that. I was reading some of these comments. I think I'm gonna go ahead and head out though. All right, I'm gonna head out. Excuse me, you guys. I appreciate you for being here. You know, I kind of a short stream tonight, just 2 quick hours. You know, I just wanted to make sure I got it in. I will be streaming on Sunday. We will be doing excuse me. We will be doing Oblivion again. Okay, we're gonna continue on with Oblivion. We are getting pretty close to the end of the Thieves Guild quest line, though I don't think we're gonna finish it this Sunday. We'll probably finish it either the Sunday after, or maybe even the Sunday after that. We'll see. Either way, I hope you'll be there. All right, it's gonna be a hoot, gonna be a holler. Other than that, I will catch you guys later. All right, peace out.